one important set of issues concerns the determinants and consequences of inequality. The United States has become much more unequal over the last 30 years. Wages that college graduates earn relative to high school graduates have doubled, but the real inequality has been among college graduates, those with post-secondary degrees, and among those, the stars have started earning much more. And as a result, we see, for example, the top 1% of the population now earns almost 25% of national income, whereas the same number was around 10% 30 years ago. That sort of inequality is both a very important challenge for economics because we have to understand where it comes from, but it also has important implications that we have to study and understand. One of its implications is political. When inequality increases, it also creates social tensions. People will want to deal with the inequality, which is a very natural reaction. But how do you deal with that inequality? When you deal with that inequality in ways that kills incentives, that might also damage the long-run growth potential of society. But there are also other aspects to greater inequality. As inequality grows more and more, and as the top 1% or top 0.1% become richer and richer, the political health of our system also becomes harder to maintain. When the rich have so much more money, it becomes very difficult to make sure that political equality is maintained. And the democratic society is built on this understanding that there is political equality. One person, one vote, and people are created equal before the law. But when there are such huge differences in wealth, that becomes a very difficult thing to maintain. And even though we have always paid lip service to one person, one vote, money also plays a very important role in politics, and many people have argued, and I think rightly, that that role has been increasing over the last 30 years. And so how do we deal with these implications of inequality, which is how do we make sure that we still have the rule of law as we have typically understood it in a society that has become so unequal, and how do we make sure that we can adopt policies to reduce that inequality without creating barriers to technological progress and economic growth.